All right. So, Brother Kadash Ayas have to do another indoor camp because of weather. Because of the weather, we're going to start by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. The honors, the apostles, and elders, great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to your brothers, pushing this truth, week in, week out, in sincerity, charity, and in love, and in the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, I'm going to land back off of what I went into last week. We're going to go into the 16th chapter of Esdras. Because these are the times that we're in and the times that we are approaching at a fast pace. This place is really coming to the bottom of the toilet drain, okay? This place is totally over, all right? This place is it's going to be destroyed, man. You see it through the various prophecies, but our people still don't want to take heed. They still want to continue to do the BS that they're doing, continue in the madness and the ways that they're living their lives and think that they're going to be all right in the end. But truly in the end, you're not going to be all right, okay? You're going to be destroyed with the rest of the world, the 2/3, and these other heathen nations. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. It's the 2nd Esdras 16. I'm going to start at the 2nd Esdras 16. I'm going to start at 3. The 2nd Esdras 16 and 3. A sword is sent upon you. Who may turn it back? Nobody. All right? The sword, death, and destruction is going to come to a.k.a. Babylon. Nobody's going to be able to turn it around. Nobody's going to be able to stop it. The Lord is totally in control of what's going to happen. There's nobody be able to going to stop what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has planned for this world. Okay? A fire is sent among you, and who shall quench it? No one. And the fire that is going into is what? It's going into the nuclear, the ICBM missile, the nukes that are going to hit various places of the earth. All right? That's what that fire is going into. Okay? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? These plagues haven't came full throttle yet here on a.k.a. Babylon, but they're coming. And nobody is going to be able to stop them and turn them around or make them go away. These plagues are coming. It's a precept in 2nd Esdras 15. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and the 2nd Esdras 15 and Salakia, bear with me. 49. I will send plagues upon the widows, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste the houses with destruction of death. Okay? So the Lord's going to send these plagues, man. Okay? And they're coming. They're coming to this place, so-called America. America is going to feel it, man. All right? Esau is going to continue to push his narrative. So you're going to feel these plagues once they hit this place, man. That's when everybody's going to be trying to get it together, so-called get it together, change their ways of life when these plagues hit. But it's going to be too late then. All right? Lord is not going to deal with that. Can't wait till the last minute to get on the bus if the bus is already leaving. Okay? Can't wait till the last minute to leave off of work, and you have a certain time to be there, a certain time for your destination. All right? Certain time you got to be there. You got to be there at that time. And that was that time. roughly paraphrasing in various words. But now it's that time. I say this a lot in a lot of my videos, but it's the truth. Now is the high time to wake up out of sleep because what? Salvation is nearer than what we believe. And the Lord can flip the switch and make everything get the cracking right now. Then what you gonna do? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Huh? 9 times out of 10. No, ain't no 9 times out of 10. No, you're not prepared. People think they're prepared, but they're not prepared. There's gonna be anarchy and all type of wicked things going on around you that you're not going to be prepared for. People are going to be prepared are the men of the Lord because what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be what? The stability of our times. All right? They're going to keep us stable in those days. Like you people are freaking out and what they call it, bugging out, wilding out. You know? Well, I stopped at 5. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 16:6. May any man drive away hunger. It's like, may any man drive away a hunger of a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn. No, nobody's going to be able to quench the fire and the stubble for when it begins to burn. All right? Once it gets started, there ain't no stopping it. Once the Lord feel like, all right, that's it. Let's go. That's it. The Lord is in control of all things. So once he feel like, yeah, all right, I'm tired of playing. Let's get it going. That's what's going to end up happening. All right? That's exactly what's going to end up happening. This is 2 Peter 2. Well, I was just going to tell you, the Lord's going to take care of us. The Lord's going to deliver us out of all these different things. All right? This is Slocky. This is 1 Peter. Bear with me. Oh, that's what I'm Slocky. Satan don't want me to bring this word out. This is 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, so some men count slackness, but in long suffering to upward, not willing that many should perish, but that all should come to repentance. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, man. He don't want to destroy you, but he knows that he has to. But he's not slack. That means he's not gonna. So you got a rope. The rope is tight. There's no slacking in rope. When it's not when it's loose, you're able to pull. So the Lord is gonna be straight and narrow with what he said he's gonna do. All right. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, man. These people, think it's a joke. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, man, at all. Seeing then, these things all these, what? I guess they want this to come out. 2 Peter, the Lord wants to come out. The 2 Peter 3, I guess I'll just start it to you. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That means everything around us is going to be destroyed. The earth shall also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up, everything around you, everything that you see, touch, smell, it's gonna be burnt to a crisp. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in? All holy conversation and godliness. Yeah, seeing that all these things gonna happen, man. What side What side do you want to be on? You want to be on the winning side or the losing side? All right? Because being on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the winning side. All right? Being a part of this world and try to stay with the status quo and continue to do the things that you want to do or whatever you want to do, that's the losing side. All right? You don't want to be on the losing side. Nobody likes to be a loser. All right? And that's what y'all going to be. Y'all going to be losers. They're going to be destroyed. You know? That scripture just came out of nowhere. I guess the Lord wanted that to come out, man. But 2nd Ezra 15 and 6. No, 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot out of from a strong archer that goes into the nukes coming out of those silos. Okay? The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Nobody. Nobody can drive these plagues away, man. All right? Who's going to go up against Yahweh Shem Yahushua? No one. No one's going to be able to stop what the Lord wants to happen. The Lord is in control of all things, man. This is his movie. We're the characters in the movie. All right? We had the beginning, we had the middle, and now we're towards the end of his movie. All right? The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? This is this Bible so raggedy. This is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 32. And 39, just to prove it to you that nobody can stop what the Lord wants to happen. All right? This is Deuteronomy 32 and 9. See now that even I am he. There is no gods with me. So all those other gods, Buddha, Sheba, I can't think of all those Latin gods that they celebrate. It's only one true power. It's Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? It's not the rest of these other gods, that rock that you pray to. Okay? Now these things are going to be able to stop what the Lord wants to happen. Okay? Egyptology, all these different gods. None of these things are going to help you in that day, man. Praying to that fat man. Y'all praying to that fat man sitting down with his legs crossed, Buddha. See now that I am he, and there is no gods with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right? So can't nobody stop the Lord from what he want to do. The Lord want to get at you, he going to get at you. Period. The Lord wants you to starve, you're going to starve. All right? The Lord wants you to die slow, you're going to die slow. The Lord wants to plague your body with some type of virus or sickness, you're going to get it. Stop thinking that you're in control of your own life and your own path. The ancestors and all of this BS, man. All of that is bullshit. All right? The 2nd Ezra 16 And 10, he cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yeah, who not gonna be afraid of that day, man? Okay, who not gonna be afraid? Everybody gonna be afraid of that day. Even some of the mightiest men, so-called mightiest men on the planet, are gonna be afraid that day, man. You know, they're going to be afraid. These elites, they're going to truly be afraid. You know, all these actors, everyone on the earth is going to be afraid of that day. Because the Lord is going to make his presence known in the earth. Okay? It says he's going to come with a thunder. Is that what it just said? It's going to come with thunder. You know? So don't think that when the Lord comes back, that's just going to be all peaceful and you just, whatever you did, the Lord is going to forgive you. You're going to be able to continue to live in sin. Continue to do what you want to do. You know? That's not the way it goes, man. You know? We all must stand before the judgment seat of the Lord, whether it be good or evil. You're going to have to answer for everything that you have done. You know? The book is, put this book in. Now, I'll try to go into the book of Zephaniah, where it goes into the mighty men. You know, but like I said, these scriptures are a little, this Bible's really old. You know, so bear with me. If I can get there with this Bible's really, really, really old. Got papers loose and different things like that. It's like, you know, wearing out the pages, you know. But it speaks about even the mighty man should cry out what? Bitterly in that day. You know, that's that scripture's going into. Even the mighty man is going to cry out bitterly in that day. You know? They're going to be just, Lord here, oh well. Let me continue just to do what I'm doing. You know? It's not going to happen to me. I got this, you know. So, I'm tough. I'm tough. I'm tough. I've been whooping niggas' ass for years. You ain't going to the Lord ass, though. You ain't going to do that. I'll tell you that right now. So, the scripture, like I just quoted a little part of it, you know. In that day, even the mightiest men should cry out bitterly. From what? From fear. Scriptures also speak about what men should have contractions as a woman has. Okay, men are going to be giving men are going to be presented with birth pains, like a woman does. Like a woman does when she's getting ready to give birth to a baby. Men's hearts are going to melt in that day. So everybody's going to be afraid. Think not that you're not going to be afraid, man. All right? The Lord shall threaten who shall not be utterly beaten to powder in his presence. We have to beat you to powder, to dust. You know, like I gave an example of what happened in the movie, you know, with Tom Cruise. You know, the people turned into dust. The earthquake, and the foundation thereof, the sea ariseth up, and the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are terrible. And the fishers thereof also, it's like in the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. The whole earth is going to tremble and shake at the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know? How beautiful is that, man? This whole earth is going to shake at the power of the Lord, man. You know? You know, when he come back, man, it said that every eye shall see him. You know? So why wouldn't the whole earth tremble at the presence of the Lord, man? Okay? The whole earth should tremble at the presence of the Lord. All right? This is messed up. Wait, me to turn. You know, that's why every eye shall, they say every mouth and every tongue shall confess. Because what, they're going to see it. You're going to have the whole earth trembling from his presence, man. What a wonderful power we serve, man. You know? You elite, you get ready, man. You get ready to be in fear. All right? You're ready to be in torment in that day. That the Lord's presence shall be seen on the earth, man. This is hold on 1 second, bear with me. This is Joel 2. I'm gonna read a little bit more and I'm gonna go into that. All right. This is back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to shoot into the ends of the world. And that goes into the nuke, because what is the modern day arrow that can shoot from one end of the earth to the other? All right. And it said, what did it say? It said they shall not miss. You know, it goes back into that Joel I was bringing out last week. You know, it says, I'm going to start at 4. This is Joel 2 and 4. The appearance of them is the appearance of horses, and horsemen shall they run. All right. Like the noise of chariots on top of the mountain shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire. This goes into the nukes, okay? They devoured the stubble as a strong people set in battle array. Before their faces the people shall be in much pain. All faces shall gather blackness because of the fear of what's going on. All right? They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the walls like men of war, and they shall march everyone on its ways, and they shall not break rank. So nothing's going to stop them, no matter what, man. It says they should not break their rank. So we got the dome. You know, we got this dome. This dome is going to stop them. Man, the dome not going to work in that day. Okay? The Lord is going to be in control. That dome is not going to be operational in that day. Neither shall one thrust against another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So I just want you to know that so-called dome is not going to be able to stop anything. All right. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the climb up upon the horses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. All right. They're gonna hit everywhere. They're gonna hit the destination of where they're supposed to go. All right. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining from all the smoke. You know, have you ever seen a nuke go off You're gonna have all that mushroom clouds all over the place, man. Because nukes are gonna be going to be going off everywhere. You know, because the nukes are going to be going off everywhere around you. You know, so hey, the Lord, Esau gonna open up, but he gonna open up the way the Lord want him to open up. When the Lord open up, man, and get these nukes to popping, and the chariots, the chariots are heated with the laser beams. Then the army is running through his slaying people, man. Hey, man, you don't want to be caught up in that time and in that day, man. You want to be beamed up, man, watching this place get destroyed. All right, or being a part of that army that he raises up. You know, you don't want to get caught up in this thing, man. Cause when it jump, it's gonna jump. All right. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 14. Behold, plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. So this fire it's gonna keep burning until it reaches, until the Lord is pleased. You know, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returning not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return upon blackness. They're not going to be able to be stopped. What I've been telling you, almost this whole time, when these plagues are sent, there ain't going to be no turning back from these plagues. Ain't going to be no, we're going to pray the Lord going to take them away. No. But these plagues are sent, that's it. All right? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? That's Esdras. Because the Lord gave Esdras a vision of all these things that I'm talking to you about. He actually got to see a vision of it. All right? And he said, woe is me, because what? That goes into reincarnation and showed you that he, they're back right now. He was scared, terrified. Asked who would deliver me in that day, because so much is going to be going on. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, and the power shall stand in fear. I told you, your elites are going to be scared. Okay? The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? He's asking, well, what can he do? Because all of these things are going to be coming to pass in that day. So he's asking the Lord, what can I do? How can I get up out of this thing? What's my best move? Scriptures say there should be wars and rumors of wars. All right? But the end is not yet. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent, and scourges for amendment. All right? The amendment means change. When you go into the word amendment, it means change. So all these things are coming for what? To bring a change upon the earth, man. All right? And for your judgment. All right? For not trying to obtain this truth, for not trying to get closer to the Lord. So that's why these plagues and things are going to be sent to this place, because our people don't think about getting close to the Lord. Our people thinking about where they trade LeBron James. All right, what's going on with Gorilla, or what's going on with what's that fool name? finesse 2 times. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Our people are more concerned with the dealings of this world. They're trying to obtain this truth to get back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's going to be a part of your destruction. You go right now, and you go to certain places right now and ask 10 people what's going on overseas. I guarantee you all of them not going to have an answer. Because our people are so caught up into this social media and this media life that they don't know what's really going on out here. They're stuck in the sauce. As people say. People are so blinded at what's really happening that it's totally a shame. All right? But for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be all the way mindful of the scourges. Like I said, they're not even going to be thinking about what's going on. Because this dude E is doing such a mind trick on our people that your mind is totally somewhere else. It's not focused on what's going on in front of you. All right? Look what happened. When we was younger, we watched the news. A lot of people don't watch the news. All right? They're skipping past videos like this one, not obtaining this truth, not reading the newspaper. There's so many distractions that this devil has out here to where our people really can't obtain the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Unless it's for you, because this is really only for the elect of the nation of Israel. Or you hear it by a word of mouth or somewhat. But the Israelites, we're out there. You had I can't think of that big guy, the comedian that made fun of the Israelites, which we're not mad at you because you can do nothing. You can't hurt the truth. You can't do nothing to hurt the truth. You helping to push this word out here, because now people are going to want to inquire about this truth. All right, I can't think of his name, the comedian right now. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So, hey. See, that's another reason that it's not going to be no excuse in that day. Even the Lord has put it out there. Even they allowed it. The Lord allowed it to be put out there in what? Right in your faces in a joke. But that was your time to inquire. You see men on the corners preaching week in and week out. But what are y'all doing? Riding past, laughing, snickering, giggling. But time and chance happens to us all. That time that you rolled past, laughing, snickering, and giggling, that was your time. That was your chance. You're going to regret not want to obtain this truth. You're going to regret not trying to get with a man of the Lord and get an understanding. Not going to be searching far and wide for us, man. Trying to figure out what you can do, what can I do to get to the Lord. But the doors of mercy are going to be closed, so it's nothing you're going to be able to do. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap, or that they think that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, great and great confusion. Everybody think it's all good. You can still go get your burger for $2 from your burger joints. You can still go to the club. You can still do a lot of things. So y'all think that it's all good. Y'all think yourselves to be into a good case. I can still go to the club, you know what I'm saying? I can still buy groceries right now. Ain't nothing happening, you know what I'm saying? I'm all good. You know, I can still get up and go to work, you know? But they think because this food is still cheap, visuals are still cheap upon earth, they think they're good, man. You know? A lot of people think that they're good. But you better figure out that you're not good. Okay? Because this so-called lifestyle that most people live is going to do a switch. You know, you turn on the light switch. One day it's good. One day is, you know, you turn on the light switch, you flick it, boom, on and off. One day it's here, one day it's gone. That's what's going to happen because number one, this money system is about to crash. Okay. Inflation is going to go up even more. So you're not going to be able to afford tissue to wipe your ass. All right. And especially you women. Oh Lord. You're going to be able to get your nails done. Get your hair done. Get your feet done. All right? You're not even going to be able to get the protection pads for when you on your menstrual. So a lot of people think that we just saying some things, is that these things are not going to be able to come to pass. But they're going to come to pass. You know? You know, these people think that they're in a good case here on earth. I can still travel. I can still go places. I can still do this, do that, and run here, run there. Yeah, all that stuff can come to a halt then because it said what? A man should desire to go into the city, he should not be able. So all that traveling and all that BS, that's going to stop too. You're going to be a dramatic, an extreme change here on earth. Couldn't say the word. Salaki. Dramatic change here on earth, man. It's going to change everything. The way of life, the way of so-called life, you know, on earth. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 20. No, I'll pass that slacking. 2 Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish from famine, and the others that escape shall the sword destroy. Yeah, a lot of y'all gonna die from starvation. You know, a lot of y'all gonna die from starvation. All right, then the rest of y'all gonna be killed with the sword, the modern day sword. You know, it could be a knife, sword, gun. You know, any type of killing instrument, you're gonna be destroyed by it. It's not gonna be that, you know, escaping that day. All right, it says I can't quote it right now, but yeah, it's not gonna be no escaping that day. You know, you ran into a house and the lion, you said lion. I can't quote it right now, but it's not gonna be no escape. It's not gonna be no escape. It's not gonna be nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide, baby. Because when the Lord comes, He coming. When the Lord sent out those plagues and those famines, they coming. You know? And the dead shall be cast out as dung. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and they shall be no man to comfort them. You don't have time to cry over your dead. You have to figure out a way to try to get your ass out of Dodge. Figure out a way not to get yourself destroyed. All right? There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees will give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall trade them? For all places shall be desolate of men. There gonna be no man out here, man, to do nothing. Okay? All the men are going to be gone. So that one man shall desire to see another and hear his voice. That's how crazy it's going to be. You're going to be desiring to run into somebody, to speak to somebody. Because a lot of you men, especially you young men, y'all finna go over there into that war. You know? It said 18 to 20 something. But you know they're going to up the age. You know, this devil. You know, you're going to try to up the age or whatever. A lot of y'all going to go over there and die in that war. All right? Your gangsters, phone them. Phone them going in that war. Okay? They're not coming back. All right? It's not going to be like so-called Chirac. A lot of y'all are going to die over there in that war. A lot of men are going to die over there in that war. For the city there shall be dead left. For of a city there shall be 10 left. 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the cliffs of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered there, when a vineyard is gathered there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. You know? And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the woman shall mourn, having no husband. No husband, their daughter shall mourn, having no helpers. Because a lot of men are going to be destroyed in that day, man. You know? You're going to be destroyed. Like I said, you're going to get destroyed in that war. You can get killed over here. You have a lot of men that's going to be in prison. You're going to have a lot of men that's in hiding. That's why that's why they're going to be crying and sighing, because it's not going to be nothing left. It's going to be desolate, and then you went into those thorns and things like that. You ever seen I Am Legend? How it was in New York? It was trees and grass and stuff everywhere. Okay. Because there was nobody there to till the earth to clean those places up like they was before. Certain areas going to be like a desert land, like the desert, like you've seen in the book of Eli. A lot of these places are going to be desolate, man. It's not going to be nothing there. You know. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. I'm just going into that. And their husbands shall perish in famine. So a lot of these men are going to be destroyed in that war. And a lot of men are going to die from what? Lack of food. Lack of food and water. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the world of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth. Great pains compass her womb, which pains when a child cometh forth, that the slack not a moment. So that's what's going on now. I don't know if you ever been in the room with a woman and she was having contractions. Sometimes the contraction will come, boom, then it'll slow down. Then another contraction will come, boom, then it'll slow down. And sometimes the contraction speed up, boom, 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 then it'll slow down. It constantly does a different wave of contractions, but then eventually what? That baby comes. That's what's going on with the earth. Boom, you have a contraction here, okay, we're gonna slow it down. Boom, there goes another one right there. Now it's gonna slow down. But when it opens up and that child comes, that's it. That's it. That's it right there. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So it's not just going to be all here in America. The whole earth is going to be in turmoil. Everything and everybody around is going to be in turmoil. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle in those evil days. Be even as a pilgrim upon the earth." And what was pilgrims doing? They was constantly moving. You're not gonna be able to just be in one spot. You got to move as a pilgrim. A lot of us going to move like pilgrims. Some of us going to be locked up. Some of us going to be beheaded. We don't know which way the Lord wants our story to end. But we're preparing ourselves for it now. All right, by reading these scriptures, getting ourselves rooted and booted in this truth. All right, understanding the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So we're getting ourselves mentally and spiritually and physically ready for the battle. It says, "He that selleth, let him be as he that falleth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that obseeth merchants as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as widows." They ain't gonna be around and be having no popping nobody trying to get no babies. There's gonna be too much going on. Pretty much, man. This place is pretty much going to be destroyed, man. Things are going to come to a dramatic change. Hey, man, you got to be crazy not to want to obtain this truth and come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. These things are going to get hectic. They're going to get hectic quick. A lot of you women who think you don't need a man in that day, you're going to need a man in that day. You're going to need a righteous man in that day. All right? You want to think that you got it all, you know it all, can't nobody tell you nothing. That's going to change on that day as well. Jacob's trouble is going to bring a dramatic change here on the earth, man. All right. Let's see if I can play it real quick. This book is... Jacob's trouble is going to bring a dramatic change here on the earth. You see a little bit of it now. Look what old Ice out here doing. Ice out here wrecking shop. Wearing y'all out. When y'all out. This is Jeremiah 4:21. How long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? The trumpet is being blown by the Lord's men, all right, that are on these highways and byways, on these video epistles. We're blowing the trumpet. And what does the trumpet do? It's like, if you watch the you watch the older movies, or older shows, what do? You have a man in a high tower that's doing what? He either lights the beacon to let the other country, some used to just light a beacon. They'll light a beacon and what else? Blow the trumpet. The beacon was to allow everybody everybody in the land to know, to let everybody in the land to know that, hey, war is coming, or the enemy is approaching. All right? And the trumpet was another sound to let you know that the enemy was at that part of the land's door. He was at their doorsteps. So the Lord is blowing the trumpet. He's sounding the alarm. But people ain't listening. All right? This is 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish, meaning to be stupid children. And sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Our people are quick to do all type of wickedness, but they don't want to get the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of these scriptures. They're ready to continue in their BS. And their BS is, the destiny of continuing to be in that BS is what? What I just read for you in 2 Corinthians 16th chapter. You're going to be destroyed. Some of y'all going to be destroyed over here. Some of y'all going to die in the war. Some of y'all going to be killed with the sword. Some of y'all going to die of being hungry. No? But all these things are going to happen. All these things are going to happen. All right? It says a time like no other, Jacob's trouble. We right there. We're in the midst of it. It just ain't with full throttle. But when it go full throttle, man, it's gonna be a time that has never seen upon the earth. All right. And what the scripture said, what matter of persons are you want to be in that time and in that day? You don't want to be caught up with the rest of these niggas. But get yourself together and try to get up out of this place and get up out of that state of, not this place, get up out of that state of mind. Wake up out of that slumber that you're in. If you don't, be destroyed with the rest of the world. Shalom.